So let's get into this last episode of Baddies. It was nothing short of terrible, of course. The girls scuffling and rumbling and tussling over nothing. But let's talk about everybody individually that had their moment on this episode. Starting with Big Lex. This was Big Lex's episode, okay? Because Big Lex got out there and was kicking butt like it was going out of style, okay? She whooped on Jayla and she whooped on Ivory. Child, she beat Ivory up so bad, she was so lumped up, I ain't even hear her mouth for the remainder of the episode. Which was surprising because, I don't know, when Ivory was over there on Now That's TV, she was power punching the girls. She was knocking the girls back. She was knocking the girls into next week. So, I don't know what's going on Baddies, but the fighting skills have diminished. I don't know if that's a production thing or I don't know if she's tired or what, but girl, you should have took your vitamins, honey, because Big Lex whooped that tail. And when she was asking around about the knot, and Akbar got up there and was like, I don't see no knot, she was being sarcastic. Jayla almost lost her composure, but Jayla ain't have no space to laugh whatsoever because after she seen that beating Big Lex put on Ivory, she did not want to get in the field with her for round 2 or whatever round it would have been for them two, because actually her and Jayla really didn't fight that hard. Like, it was just them two just swinging back and forth at each other, really. It wasn't really nothing connecting. Like, nobody really hit the other person that hard for it to have impact or to really say who won. So, I'm going to say, I don't know, they just got into a little tussle and it wasn't really scoreable. But I would definitely like to see her and Jayla go hand up and see who come out on top, because Jayla was scared. And I also think Jayla should have kept her mouth shut when Rolly brought up the fact that she felt like Akbar V was the best rapper, because a lot of the girls that are on Baddies are either rapping or pursuing rap careers, and for Jayla to co-sign that, like, it just gives I'm in competition with other females or I participate in that type of thing. And that I really don't like. That's messy girl stuff, and that's something that could potentially get you punched on, because a lot of people don't take that lightly because they just feel like, who are you to say that? And if somebody would have confronted either Rolly or Jayla for making that statement, they wouldn't have been wrong. The girls never want to fight for the cause. They fight for the dumbest things. That's just like, did y'all know this? Y'all know I always have to point out Natalie's character flaws because she's such a horrible person and she gets worse and worse with every week. But she was being confronted basically by Jayla and Scotty for hanging out or kicking it, busting it up, conversing with their ops. And they basically were like, if if I did the same thing to you, you would have a problem with it. And of course, somehow Natalie finds a way into flipping that on Scotty and calling Scotty names, going back and forth with Scotty, which for some reason I feel like Natalie's not really feeling Scotty as much anymore. I think she feels probably like she's losing control of Scotty because of Scotty's affiliation with the app owner. But I don't know. I could be wrong. But if somebody is allegedly your friend and they're telling you that they don't like something that you're doing, all you have to do is say okay and not do whatever the action is, or explain your reasoning behind doing such action. But Natalie don't got that in her because she not cool. So I expect the worst from her. But you see how she got smart with Scotty and not Jayla? Yeah, she knew better. That whole scene with the fight with the girl P, Tinkerbella, and Diamond, I thought the whole entire scene was weird and it just seemed very staged and fake because the girls just started saying that Tinkerbella talked too much and it just seemed like it just kicked off out of nowhere. I don't know if that was editing or what, but the whole thing was just weird between their little scuffle, between Diamond running up, sneaking the girl. But I'll say this about Diamond. Diamond is going to sneak the wrong person and it's going to turn around real vicious for her, and she's going to never do that again. See, she thinks sneaking people works to her advantage because she can't really fight that good. And the fact that her tooth is still missing is just rubbing me the wrong way completely. Cause girl, where is your denture at? The whole Anna, Bad Dolly, and Tasiki thing, I don't know why that played out the way it did. I also think that that was like a staged event, which I actually ended up seeing a clip on TikTok where Tasiki was talking about it, saying that that was a premeditated little altercation that she was not privy to, and she gave her real reaction to a staged event. So that's how Bad Dolly ended up getting beat up by Tasiki, which she was hanging in there with Tasiki. I ain't gonna hold you, but Tasiki did lump her up a little bit. She was looking a little rough. Jade and Alexis must have just wanted to check because she seems so mature. Like, she seems way more mature than everybody there. And I just don't understand why she would put herself in this situation if it's not for money. The girl Summer, I don't know if she be drunk or if she be high, but she must like getting punched on. Like, she must have a little kink, because the fact that she runs her mouth ungodly like that and she cannot fight a lick, it speaks volumes to either how she feels about herself, or I don't know, maybe she's trying to be entertaining, but it's not entertaining when you talk crazy to people and then you turn around and get beat up. Like, if you was going to talk greasy and then go out there and put that work in, that would be a totally different vibe. But running your mouth and then getting beat up, girl, you just look stupid. But anyway, the episode was trash, just like the series itself. But y'all come on down to the comments and tell me what y'all thought about it and what were the high points or the low points that you noticed. Thanks for listening.